Hello YouTube, I'm Hills on the Hunt, and in today's video we have a Vinted pickup. So let's go. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, like I said, in this video we've got a Vinted pickup. This is all from one seller. There's two separate videos coming because when I bought this bundle, a few days later they put up another whole bunch of movies. So I picked up a second bundle. I thought I'd show them separately in terms of how they were picked up and when they were picked up. But yeah, a lot of kind of obscure style titles, a lot of Hammer horror titles, and a lot of titles that are very new to me. So I'm always intrigued to pick up new stuff. I'm always intrigued to pick up weird stuff, as you probably know by now. So yeah, we'll go into these and we'll see what you think of them and see if you've seen any of them. I think there's a couple that might be a little bit more well known. But to me, they're very, very new. So I was intrigued to pick them up and see how we go with them. So in this video, there's 7 titles in total, 2 DVDs and 5 Blu-rays. So I'll show you the 2 DVDs first. So the first one is it's a network release. And I don't know whether this was part of a box set or not, but they're all separate. They're all barcoded. So I don't know if they came through on a box set and these are just sold separately. But this one is the Terranaut. Not one I've seen before, not one I've come across before, 1967. It looks like a science fiction style, it's a science fiction comedic movie. Okay. Radio telescope, is it life on another planet? Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. If you do know, let me know. I'm quite intrigued. Like I said, this is all new stuff to me, so I'm intrigued to pick it up and give it a go. But yeah, Terranaut is the first one. Have you seen that? Let me know what you think. The second one is Horrors of the Black Museum. Yeah, I love stuff like this. Just very, very creepy, overbearing style movie. Yeah, I very, very much enjoyed this. I've watched this one as well recently, so I will be putting that up in my next batch of recent watches. And spoiler alert, I enjoyed it. Very creepy, very unsettling. But yeah, I had fun with this one. Let me know if you've seen it. Horrors of the Black Museum. I kind of love stuff like this back in the day, like, you know, like we all know, when we watch movies that police and just very, very inept in these kind of movies. And I think that's how they're portrayed. But yeah, again, this one, Scotland Yard, trying to find a killer, not really working. When the killer's right there, it's kind of how you get to the end. And yeah, grisly, sleazy, squeezy, just all those kind of words. But yeah, I had fun with this one. 1959, this one. Certificate X. But another one from the network release. I've got a few of these now, so I may do a video of my network collection. We'll see. But yeah, Horrors of the Black Museum. So that was the 2 DVDs. This for me is probably... No, there's another one. There's a couple that are more common known. But this one was The Curse of Frankenstein from 1957. Yeah, so it's a Hammer release. I enjoyed this. Again, this will come up in my recent watches. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, just really, really well done. Really, really good movie. I really had fun with this, and I think I've seen it on, I want to say Stuart George's movies, in one of his earlier videos. But as in when I started watching him, like a couple of last month or month before, I think he was talking about this movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, and I really, really enjoyed it. Again, another take on the Frankenstein movie. There's so many kind of sub-style Frankenstein movies that you can make based off of Mary Shelley's book. And this one was really good. Christopher Lee was phenomenal as Frankenstein. Only a very, very small part in the movie, but it's not how big the part, it's what you do with it. And I think he did really well. Peter Cushing, like I've spoken about Peter Cushing in a lot of my videos, just how much I enjoy him and how good I really think he is. Um, yeah, this was another one. And the good thing about this one is there's a lot of extras in this one, so I may have to check all those out. Frankenstein Reborn, the making of a Hammer classic, Life with Sir, new and exclusive Peter Cushing documentary, Four-Sided Triangle bonus feature film. Okay, there's a bonus feature film. I did not know that either. Really need to read these on the back before I may revisit this one and watch all the extras before I do my watch his video. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just go back and just watch it at a later date. But yeah, Curse of Frankenstein. Have you seen this one? This is new added, so this was in that bundle as well. The other one that's to me is a little bit well known is The Omen. This is the original Omen on Blu-ray. So I have got a box set on DVD with all the movies in there. But when this one came up, part of this bundle, I was like, yeah, why not? Why not already upgrade it to Blu? I still haven't watched the DVDs yet. They are on my ever-growing watch list. So I will eventually get to them. I have seen this one like many, many moons ago. And it is a classic. The original Omen is always going to be a classic. It's 1976. But it says, I think it's 76. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. Doesn't matter. But The Omen. And 3 movies that I've never heard of, so that were new to me. And a new line that I just realised is in there. I don't know whether that has a slip that I need to go find. Because slip pause and slip pause. This one is The Sorcerers with Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff, Catherine Lacey, Ian Ogilvy, and Elizabeth Ursi. I love that cover. That cover looks creepy. Super creepy. The Great Somnambulist, Professor Montserrat, that's a whole bundle of words there. Boris Karloff has spent his life's work developing a technique for controlling people's minds and sharing their feelings and sensation. When his wife, Estelle, played by Catherine Lacey, decided this, with his wife, they decided to test their method on Mike Roscoe, played by Ian Ogilvy, and enjoy the hedonistic kick of being young again. But then Estelle grows to love the power of controlling Roscoe as the extent of his vicarious pleasure expands. How far will Professor Montserrat allow Estelle to go before they upset the equivalent of humanity? Yeah. Don't know this one. I've seen a couple of Boris Karloff's movies back in the day, but yeah, I don't know this one. He turns them on, he turns them off to live, love, die, or kill. But it sounds like something I would enjoy right up my street. The Sorcerers. Have you seen this one? Let me know if you've seen it. I'd be intrigued to know. There's some extras on here. The Blood Beast, the films of Michael Reeves, who directed this one. Intrusion, Michael Reeves short film. Yeah. Just to kind of go back onto the Curse of Frankenstein and this. But I get this question asked a lot by people who don't understand. Understand movies wouldn't be not, but people who are a younger generation. But I sound so old when I said that. People who are a younger generation who are just growing up on streaming, who always ask, "Why do you buy movies?" Stuff like this. Why I buy movies for the extras. Along with the fact that I can just pick up a movie and watch it whenever I want. I don't have to pay £15-20 to watch one movie just to kind of, buy it on a streaming service to have it removed like a few months later. Don't have to pay for rental, just pay for it once and then you've got it in your collection. You can just watch it over and over again. And like I said, the extras, like having short films and unreleased movies and all that kind of stuff is the reason I enjoy this. So yeah, physical media will never die. It just won't, no matter how much they try. And I feel like it's starting to come back a little bit more. So yeah, long live it. The Sorcerers. This is the new label I was talking about. I don't know whether it has slip releases. I've seen a couple of these, but this is the Vintage Classics label, and this movie is Dead of Night, a classic of English cinema, starring Michael Redgrave, Googie Withers, and Mervyn Johns. Googie? Googie? I think it's Googie. Dead of Night represented a departure for Ealing from the classic comedy mode and instead a spooky psychological thriller made up of 5 chilling ghost stories. An architect visits a country house only to get trapped in a recurring nightmare involving tales of the occult told by fellow guests at a manor. A portmanteau work from 4 of Ealing's best directors. Okay. I like the sound of that. And again, special features, Remembering Dead of Night feature at 75 minutes. That's wow, okay. Restoration comparison, stills gallery. It's a 75-minute documentary on there. Interesting. Directed by Alberto Cavalcanti, Charles Crichton, Basil Dearden, and Robert Hayman. Basil Dearden's name I've heard come up in a few videos. I think I hear Stuart and Roy talking about it a lot. So yeah, starring Michael Redgrave, Googie Withers, Mervyn Johns, Basil Radford, Naunton Wayne, Sally Ann Howard, Roland Culver, and Frederick Ball. Again, not one I've come across, but stuff I'm starting to get into a lot more. The olden style, 50s, 60s, 70s movie. This is 1945, so really going back in the day. But yeah, Dead of Night. Have you seen this one? I suspect there will be a few who've seen it, but for me, it's just brand new. And I'm looking forward to checking these out in the new year. So yeah. And last but not least, The Black Torment. Yeah, 1964. John Turner, Heather Sears, Peter Arner. Nothing I've heard of before. Okay, so it's a ghost story, it looks like, just reading the back of it. Interesting, okay. Yeah, it looks like a good watch. A young wench flees across a dark forest for her life as her murderous assailant gives chase, but she falls, is raped, and then left for dead. With her last dying breath, she utters the name of her killer. A few days later, Sir Richard Fordyke returns to the vast Fordyke estate with his lovely bride and second wife, Elizabeth, but talk around the village is of the ghost of Sir Richard's first wife, who appears on the lawn and accuses Sir Richard of her murder. When a young girl and a second young girl is brutally murdered in the stables, the villagers swear they have seen Sir Richard riding through the village at night, pursued by a ghostly figure of his first wife. Okay, so it's a whodunit, and yeah, sounds like a good movie. Sounds like a good watch. 1964. Right, have you seen this one? Most of them, like I said, most of these are all new to me, but it's something I'm trying to expand my knowledge and understanding on. So yeah, I'm always down. There's just so many films out there that I need to kind of get into and just get into watching and understanding and enjoying. So yeah, there may be a lot more things coming that I've never heard of, but you live and learn. So but that's it for this video. Let me know if you've seen any of those titles, what you thought of them. Anyone from those style of era movies that I need to keep an eye out for. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. So have a good day. Take care.